Okay. Yeah, that's a problem. Yeah. Everything was muted, apparently. Sorry about that. Apparently, I did not unmute. What I was saying was that the text the card has to be big to fit this text on here. Which is text is 10 by 15, and everything I've said up to this point was nothing was heard. Damn it. Uh, I've been talking about that I'm adjusting some of these letters and I'm trying to do the easy ones first. And I've sitting here just been talking to myself this entire time. Oops. Let's just fill these in now. Probably honestly just use black. So we're trying to make these letters. Now that I think about it, I guess, we didn't even, since all this didn't get heard, basically, we have a short to-do list today. Making the white space bigger on the font because we need white to appear here in the S's and the E's in between there so that for readability, which is what we're working on now. And we need to work on the companion UI for the card details and make it part of the card, which would be this right here. And then, we're probably going to run out of stuff to do. And, depending on how the stream's going and whatnot, and, how I'm feeling, to what we do after that. But, yeah, that's what we're working on today, at a minimum. We're trying to work on it, as a minimum. And we'll see how we should be able to get all these things done. I'm worried about we're not going to have enough things to do. But if that's the case, and there's still stream time and whatnot, we'll probably work on something new. We'll have to wait and see how things work out. We want to come in like that. Okay. For this can just come down by 2 pixels. And this too. Alright. So when we look here, you can see the ones that we still need more on. We need more on the A, we need more on the D and the C. Okay, so I think on the D and C, I'm just going to expand it right here. Come on, paint. Work. There we go. And I'm of course going to have to redo all the coloring on here. Okay, let's see here. What else needs to be worked on? Here. The K needs more. So we can bring this K down right here, I think. Bring that across. By the way, if anybody's thinking about making it on their own font, be prepared for a hard time. Because it's not as easy as it seems it would be. Okay, I think what I can do is make the M and N one bigger right here. Go away, anti-aliasing. And also go away, to thickness. Alright, let's take a look now. Okay, let's see here. The N still needs more. The V and the A need more, and that's it. I mean, we could probably bring this N down right here. Which is, how does that look? The N looks too blobby. So we're going to need to adjust that. So let's see here. That's 4. That's 5. So let's come up here and we'll take 1 off of this row here and see how that looks. M's a lot better with that. M is looking a bit blobby though. Probably need to come up by 2. What is this width? That's 4. That's 4. That's 5. What is this here? 7. So maybe we take 3 off of those 2. Yeah, that looks a lot better. G is looking a bit funky over here. What I think I want to do is get rid of that and that. That looks better. So for the A, I definitely want to open up this hole in here. Question is, what would be the best way to do that? Because I want to make this hole bigger. So if we move that down by 2, we can accomplish that, but at the same time, we have a new issue. Maybe we just need to make it wider, and I really don't want to. But I think we're going to have to. So if we do like that, fill this in here. Build that in right there. And then we come in here and we delete one off of the outside of these. So okay, and then we can delete off of the inside of here. And there. We go in here. No, we can't. Oh, I see what we need to do. We need to do what we have on the outside in here. Like that. Alright. And then I could provide a little bit more break in here. Maybe even a little bit more. Like so. Yeah. I think that might work. Let's now see what we need to work on. Gotta work on the V. Now, how do we want to work on the V? I think I can grab it here and pull it down. And then we add another layer here. And here. And then maybe... No, that's too sharp. Let's see here. I need to gain one more pixel in there. Let me zoom back out. If I add 3 pixels right there, does that make it look like a Y? Kind of, yeah. Don't zoom in that far. Again, don't zoom in that far. I think what I'm going to have to do is make the V wider so we can get this height. And I really don't want to because we're struggling for width constraints at the moment. Alright, I think those are good for now. Now how tall are these? These are 16 tall. I need these to be 16 tall. So the Y is, I gotta make the Z, W, and X and this. So that goes down Okay, so maybe we grab the Z, the X and W here and bring those down. We can fill that in. Okay. Let's look at it again. So we need one more pixel on the W and 2 on the Z. Okay, the Z starts and ends at the same point. I think I'm going to make the Z wider. Like that. And again, I hate making things wider at this point because we need it to be skinnier, to be honest. Move these over. There we go. Let's go back and take a look at it. I don't like the Z being that wide. I don't think it looks as good. What if we do a steeper angle here? This. Yeah, that's going to look like crap too. Maybe we can do an every other one. Which is something I was trying to avoid. I probably need to then take off of here. Go down by 1 on all of them. Which then I would need to now replicate that over here on this side. Not there. See, if this is 2, then you have 1, and then you have 2 here. No, that's not. There we go. That's 2, and that's 1, and then 2 there. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. And then, look at them. This needs to go in by 1. Let's take a look at it and see. Too thick in the middle. Let's pick one of these C's of thickness off of it. Make it less thick. Let's take a look at it now. That looks better. I still like the original so much better. Hmm. I'm gonna go back to the original. Okay. Let's try that again. But different this time. So if I lose one off of the front here, that then allows me to take this and come down by one. Which then we can put this back here. And yeah, I like that Z, but that's just one of our 2 pixels that we gotta do. Because you see, it's gotta be taller than that. It's gotta be 1 pixel taller. I like where this is going though. We got part of it solved. I think we'll take this W here and we'll bring that down here. And then we'll extend that. Now that's the correct height, but I bet you it doesn't look right. Yeah, it looks too blobby. It needs to be not zoomed in that far, as well as not being blobby. How thick is this? 4. What if build that down to 3? Like that. I think that's looking a lot better. Issue is I don't think we can do the same over here. We might be able to do part of it though, like maybe if we do that and that, that and that. How does that look? I think that looks worse. What if we make it wider? I really don't want to. But I think we're gonna have to. Okay, how does that look? Better, but not good. What if we do that? Then how does that look? Better. Still thick. What if I did this one more time? Hey, Mike, what's up? How's it going? Welcome back to the stream. We're working on fonts again. Ah, it's looking weird. It does not work. Let's go back to the drawing board. We've got all the letters bigger. We just need to make them, black. Well, no, we need to make the W. That's what I'm trying to say. And I need to just go ahead and swap them all to black for now. The W needs to be 2 pixels taller than it is right now. And apparently the Z too, because I screwed up somewhere. Oh, no, I didn't screw up. I just didn't finish the Z. That's what it is. The Z needs to be 1 taller. Maybe if I take this and move it down and over like that. Which means that this now needs to come out by 1 rep. And this needs to come out by 1. How's that look? Yeah, I think it's passable. I think the G needs to lose a little bit right here. And not there. Well, there, but not all the way there. Like that. Yeah, that's looking better. Now, what the heck to do with this W? Because it needs to be 2 pixels taller. No, 1 pixel taller. I think, anyway. Problem is there's too much thickness in here. I think it's got to be wider. If we make it wider like that, build this in. So still has pretty good shape, but it is too blobby. Why did I make my own font? Because there was no font that I could find on the internet that was that was worth paying for, kind of thing, because or because some of them were ridiculously expensive, or good enough. None of them met the criteria of both affordable and and stylish kind of thing. And then I seen a Mort video where he made his own font, and I was like, I can do that. And then I realized all the things that his tutorial did not include. The hard way. So now this is extra thick in here. So what if we take off here and here? And then we come up here. I think that's looking better. Still too blobby. Oh. But this font is just for the card, you know what I mean? The other areas of the game will have a normal font in it. Because translations is going to be hell otherwise. So like this font at the beginning will not be translatable because it'll only be in English. So if I go like that and then I come in here and there's a part of me that really regrets trying to make my own font. And we could probably come up here and take off here as well. But I think the payoff is going to be worth it in the end. But also it's going to be more work for somebody else, because after we make some money and everything, I'm going to be paying a professional font artist to finish this out in other languages and perfect this. Because this is pretty nuts. Better. But I think I need to... What if I do 3 pixels here? Like that. That's actually a lot better, actually. Not a gamer. I'm not as much of a gamer as I want to be. Although I have put quite a few hours into the sky the last couple of days. Which I definitely enjoyed that. What about that? I think what we're going to have to do is like that. And this is going to get weird, so we take off that and that. Go that and that. The metagame. That's looking better. It is the right height. Okay. So what I need to do now is copy this. Put this on this layer. And then we'll move it down and over like that. Right. Let's go ahead and save this as version 67 of this current iteration. Okay, and now what we need to do is come up here to this layer and let's grab this, copy that, go over here to this layer, create a new layer on top of that, and we'll paste that in like that. Now we need to make this 2 pixels taller. Let's see here, this is 5. This is 4. And that's 5. So I'll probably give the center one 2 more pixels. So we'll grab that color there. And then we'll fill that in. Now you'll watch how I color this font really quickly. So what we'll do is we'll grab this, we'll do like that, and then we'll copy that, and then we'll paste that down here. And it's halfway colored. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? And the real amazingness happens when we do like this. So what we do is come back to this layer, we cut that out, and then we paste that in over here, and then we get rid of that layer, and voila! Get rid of that. There's the first stage of coloring. Now, for the second stage, what we're going to do is grab this, copy it, paste it down here, and what we want to do is hide that and show this one, and I need to clean this up. This got screwed up. Oops, I deleted too much. There we go. Do I have a beard? Yes. One of those shark beards. So we'll color that, and then we'll come up here and grab this color, although usually I just have a goatee, but right now it's a beard. It'll probably be a goatee tomorrow or something because I'm getting sick and tired of it. So then now we put this layer back on, and then we grab this layer here behind this one, and we'll move it down, look at there, and then we'll move it over and look at there. Bam. brand new font. And then we'll combine the layers. Like so. So font's done for now. So what we need to do now is put it up here. And then we're going to have to address a bunch of issues with that. But let's take it one thing at a time. Let's just spell the name out down here. I hate how there's no spacing in here now. Makes it harder to work with. Okay. Yep, mainly a animation guy, aren't you? I do a lot of animations for us, although I am not the best at it. But I'm getting better. I haven't worked on one in a while. Since Chromatia. Which, curious to how my, seeing how all my other art skills have gotten way better since then. I'm curious to how my animation skills have gotten since then. We'll have to see when that time comes. That did not copyright. I think you pixels between the thing. Manual. Right there. And I'll be glad when this font is done, so I can just, type out stuff in it instead of copying and pasting and all this to get letters. Because it's a pain to make a thumbnail and such every day when I gotta do this for every thumbnail. Anytime I want to use this font anywhere, I have to go through this pain in the butt here that I'm going through right now. Wouldn't it be nice if I could just type this out? It'd only be like 3,000 times less work. Yeah. Of course, you can combo the two, but only in certain art styles can you do that. Because I did that with Project Mech animation I did. In fact, I can show you that if you guys want me to. At least I think I can. I know I can show you at least one of them. If not both. Which all that is just concept for one of the games in my back library of all the games that I want to make. right now. I mean, every game I make, I add like 20, like 5 or 6 games to the list. I get one off the list and I add like 20 more to the list. It seems. But having that many designs back there, that means that that I only make the best of the best. Okay. Did I spell his name right? Is the question. We're about to find out. Looks like I did. Okay. Let's get it positioned right there. Okay, and then we go to this and delete. So there's our new one. So now we actually have to make the card actually fit the text now. These are the best around, Karate Kid. Thanks. Let's see here. So maybe go to this layer here. And what we're going to do is grab all of this and move this down by 1 pixel. And then we'll come over here and we'll move all of this down by 1 pixel. Right. So now we need to go to the use font layer. This all needs to go down by 1 pixel. And then this one needs to go down by an additional pixel right there. Okay. Go back to our glow bar level. And we need to fix this here. Like so. Alright. We will go to our white layer, wherever that is. Is this? I think that's it. Yeah, I'm pretty positive that's it. So then we'll don't do that. Is this not our white layer? There it is. And why did it not do that area over there? Alright. Now we need to go to our circuits layer. And we need to hide all this huge font stuff. That's on the wrong layer. Let's move that to the right layer. Cut, paste, and then we can turn it off. Alright. Parts of it is, certainly. So we'll grab all these circuits and we'll just continue them down that way. So let's now grab this color. We'll bring that up. Don't you have a phone, Mike? And I just noticed that this line is not consistent with the others. But actually, I think that might be fine, because that's kind of how real circuit boards work, too, to be honest. You're on one now. I think that'll be fine. Let's turn that back on. And voila. You know, since we're already here, why don't we go and replace these mana with the new mana? It says the new mana, but it's the old mana. What's the old mana? Oh, that. Oh. That's horrible. Let's kill that. Let's rename this just to mana. And let's see here. Open up my new icons over here. We'll grab our time travel mana here on this layer. Copy, and we'll paste our new time travel mana up here. Like so. Slave to your little screen. Yeah. But soon, hopefully, I'll be making you a slave to a neon screen. There, we got our new mana, new time travel mana on there now. Okay, let's save it. And I think we're done with that task for now. That's far more readable now. So let's kill that. And let's take this one task off of our list. That was that one task right there. All of that work was that one task. Now we get to work on this task. That took a while. That was an hour, almost. Yeah, it was about an hour that we worked on that. Okay, let's now work on this UI right here. And this, you know, maybe the last thing we work on since the first thing took so long. So, an idea I had recently. Oh god, this is a really old card. It still has the three colors here instead of the one. Anyway, we'll have to update this sheet at some point. Hopefully we can just replace this sheet with, in-game, in-engine stuff. So, what I want to do is make this become part of the card. Not to be confused with the heart of the card. That'll be a different thing. So if we bring this down like that, and then we bring this down. Actually, no, I'm going to have to update this at some point soon, now that I think about it. He's on my Discord. I'm unsure how often he looks at my Discord, but he's on there. There's a show up your work chat there on the Discord. That's there. Nice legs. What are you talking about, nice legs? So then now what we need to do is delete this here. And I cannot see what I'm doing. Get rid of that. Post it in the show up your work chat. I'm thinking about making a feedback channel for the Discord. Unsure if I got enough people who would make use of that to make it worthwhile to put it in there. Or if I'd have enough people to respond to it. Okay. Let's, actually what I'll do is grab this and we'll bring that out. Like that. Grab this and put this in like that. Let's just see how this looks. Looks part of the card, but it looks very segmented. It doesn't feel like a cohesive part that would either fold or slide out. And that's what I want it to feel like. And it does not have that at the moment. So I think what I want to do is bring this section up, maybe here, and then we'll grab this section here and we'll expand it up like that, and then we'll grab this section here expand it across like that. Let's take a look at it now. That's a lot better. Still not good though. I think it needs a more corner like this. More drastic corner. What is this? A 6x6? No, 7x7. And what does it have right now? A 4x4. So let's see here. Let's grab. Actually, we'll go yellow. So let's put a line there, put a line there, and then we'll delete that yellow. Come on. There we go. Is that 7x7? That is 6x6. It is going to be 7x7. Yes, it will. Okay, let's delete these. And then we'll grab this and we'll thicken this up. I need to see how thick this is. 4. And how thick is this? 3. So one more. Like so. Okay. Let's then do the same thing down here. Grab the yellow and go to it. Okay, that's not the right button. That is. It should be 7x7. Yep. So then we'll grab this color over here. Do like so. Now this is 4. Yep. All right. Let's turn things back on. Take a look at it. Looking far more cohesive now. This spills off down here though. So what I want to do is grab here. And we'll move this down a good bit. Probably maybe there-ish. Let's try it. So we'll grab that and we'll send that down like so. And then we'll grab it here. And we'll send this like so. Grab this color and get rid of that awkward line there. Grab this color and we'll get rid of that awkward line too. Alright, let's zoom back and look at it. Oh, that's looking way better. Let's go ahead and save this as 13. You know what I just thought about? The other card might be a different size. Let me open up this one, and we'll save this down as a PNG demo. Actually, before we do that, we need to turn off this. Okay, save as demo, PNG, go, flatten, and then we'll copy this, paste this in here, and we'll update this part of the image. So we make sure that what we're doing is going to actually work right. Okay, the dimensions are the same. Is this, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and paste it down here for the hand too. I'm gonna have to do this on a different layer. Okay, there's that one. Let's paste another one down. Right there. And then we'll paste another one down. Right there. Then we'll paste one down. Sweet lady. What are you talking about? You talking about the lady on this card? Okay. Let's merge that down. Okay, that part is done. Updating. I don't know. This little kick out right here just doesn't, it feels off kind of thing. So what if we were to come over here and just get rid of this kick out period? I think this is right. Yeah. Right in there. Line that up. Okay, and then we'll come over here. Grab this and pull this down. So. Over here. Pull that out. Grab this color. Bring that Let's take a look at it now. Yeah, I think that looks better. Honestly, I think it's going to need to be a little bit wider though. Maybe that. Okay. No. In-engine wise, there's not much in-engine, sadly. I mean, you could if you played the old version, because the old version actually has more progress, you know, programming wise, because you could play it and you could um, build your own deck. There's a video of Josh playing it on stream, and that's I think the only video, but the art looks very different because all we had was meme proxy art at that point. I can show you a screenshot, an old screenshot from it. It looked like a very different game. Here it is. But yeah, I mean, you had your deck down here, you had your chat over here, which all that functioned, you know, and you had your decks over here, your score points right there with your intern button, and it was a 5x5 grid then instead of a 4x6 like it is now. Your turn timer, energy, you know, all that stuff up in that corner. But it's very, let's see, old proxy. But in that old version, you could fully play the game and you could build your own decks. Of course, there was only like 8 cards at that point, so good luck building much of a deck. But hey, it was what it was, you know. And hopefully we'll have that kind of thing again in a couple of months, but with the new art and, you know, some polish, because like we do have some things in engine, just not everything. And you had to love the small boy, the small boy, and the tall boy, and the sad apple. Hmm. A little bit, not really though, not especially because I haven't gotten good sleep since we had the windows put in the house. Because I haven't had blinds since that point. So every morning the sun wakes me up before I'm ready to wake up. But what makes you say that? Let's grab this here. Bring that up about like so. And fun. Bring that up like so. Do I sound tired? Or is it just maybe that I'm focused? Compared to the other stream where I was not focused on working. Alright, I think what I want to do is actually create a little bit more style in this card. And I think what we're going to do is actually undo part of what we did. Just to maybe there. And then we're going to grab this color, fill that in. Grab this color, and we're gonna fill this. No, I done goofed. Done goofed. So, if this line came down, it'd actually be right there. So maybe we do the line right here. So what I would do is maybe grab this and move this down like that. And we'll grab this and we'll stretch it down like that. Okay. We need to grab this color. But Lee Dummy, what makes you say that I'm sleepy? Okay, grab that color and then we'll fill it in here. What time is it anyway? We're getting close to the end of the stream time. Actually, we're right in the end of stream time. Could be anywhere from like a half an hour ago to an hour from 30 minutes from now. Issue is that there's not like that, but there's not enough of that. I think it needs to come down more. Feel more cohesive. Maybe 3 might be enough. So if I then build this in, grab this color. Actually, no, let's grab this color. Like so. And we'll grab this one. Oops. I done goofed again. Like so. That's feeling better, but I still think it's not enough. probably needs to go down by 7. And it's 5, I think. Yeah. Okay. Let's pull this down by 2 more. Okay, and then we'll grab this color. Grab this one, fill this one in. Grab this one. Okay, let's 7 by 7. Let's grab this color, get rid of that. And then we'll bring this in. There. There we go. How's that looking? Much, much better. Issue is this too much space for this font here. The font should probably be right about in there. All the font should probably be moved back. Probably about there-ish. Let's actually measure from measure from here. That's 7. And that's 8, so we probably want to move it back 1 more pixel. There we go. The issue is this is way too tall here. This is 12. And this is more proper here, which is 8. I think it's supposed to be 7 though. Let's move this all up by 1 because, oops, I didn't get it all. Come on. Move it all this time by 1. And then we'll move this all down by 1, 2, 3, 4. That's probably about right there. The issue is now we have all this dead space up here. And it's looking better. I think, is this the proper thickness here? I can't tell. It is not the proper thickness. This needs to be thicker. So we'll grab this. Come on. Okay, that's the reason why. On the wrong layer. That. So is this the proper thickness? It is. What about this? Is this proper thickness? Yep. And what about this? Is this proper thickness? Yes. There's just that one space. Let's see here. How do I want to do this? I kind of think I might should lose this line over here on this side. Let's put this line here. These lines are other on this side. Like that. And then we'll fill that in. That's already cut off. And then we'll cut it off down here. Like that. Let's take a look at this now. Oh yeah, that feels way more cohesive than fitting together. Because we had a double border there. We had the border of the card and the border of the secondary UI. The detailed UI, I guess you'd call it. What I'm kind of thinking is that we need a little bit more of this asymmetry that we have here in the card. It just has, looks like a 2122 over here on this UI. So maybe what we'll do is, maybe we won't go so drastic, but let's go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll try 7. See how it looks. Let's delete that. Let's come up here and get the right color. If you would, please. We'll bring that up and over. And then we'll fill this in. There we go. And I just realized this card's right there, isn't it? Yep, that card's right there. It's going to... I'll let him tell you that story. Let's just go ahead and delete that card, and then this is going to look a little bit weird because that 1 pixel right there, so we'll, which probably won't be an issue in Engine, but the issue with the mock-up that people are going to point out. Alright. Yeah, that's looking better now that got that moved. I do think that it needs more of that asymmetry. It's good, but not good enough. Let's see here. We might perfectly match this. That's 22 by 22. And right now it is 14 by 14. So if we grab this and we move it down by, what did I say, 22? So 22 and 14, so that would be 6, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pixels right there. Okay, and then we come over here and we delete that. And then we'll bring this out. I'll let Blee tell you if he's going to tell you really quick. I'll give him another minute or so to tell you. He may be typing it out now. Okay, let's take a look at it now. That's better. I'm liking the way that flows. Issue is there's still too much blank space up here. And maybe this font could go one higher. Right there. Did I just see more move than one was supposed to be moving? No. Scared me for a second there. That's 9. But this is 17. So in theory, this would need to come down by 8. I don't think that'll work. Okay, what if I take this down by 4? If I split that difference. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I should have just grabbed all of this when I did it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll delete this section. And I don't know if Please gonna answer. I'll go ahead and tell you. So, Blee was on another Discord channel, you know, asking for advice and help on his animations kind of thing. And I gave him some animations. Next thing I know, he's sending me a private message and asking me for more help kind of thing. And, you know, I helped guide him along his way. And then after that, then I introduced him to Josh's and I show yesterday on the Indie Inquiry. We stream here on this channel and the other. And then I got him an invite to the Discord today. Long story short. I mean, that's definitely better. It still has too much space at the top. And I think that if I go 80 more, it's going to screw up the way the way it looks. But it doesn't look good right now. Of course, we can run a bigger font and fill up that gap. But if we do, then it also fills up this gap down here that we need for longer names. But I can make this longer. You know, that I think that's the solution right there. And we're just going to cheat this font. Is it shift? No. Let's put in nearest neighbor. That's not the right button. And also not control. Is it alt? No. I swear it's shift. Oh, it is shift. Just didn't look like it was shift. And that looks horrible. Let's delete that. Let's try to find that same font. I think it was something G. No, it was not. Where is something like Gothic? What's up, Mike? Is this it? Maybe? No, it is not that font. Yeah, with Sawtune's Discord. That one? No. Oh, this is second hard. Impact? No. What about Georgia? Nope. Hold up, is this it? I think this might be it. Just bigger. No, it's not. But we're going to use it anyways. That's close enough. Yep, that you did. Over there with Josh. I remember when I came to the channel, you know, I really loved the Sunday podcast and everything. And was it's like, you know, I want more of that. And now I end up doing it with him. Hello, Anton. Who does the art? Well, it depends on what art you're talking about. If you're talking about the UI art, I do that. You know, doing that right now. You know, UI, font, all that stuff. If you're talking about the background, this background's temporary, and the person who made that's no longer with us. Not like dead, no longer with us. No longer working for the studio. And if you're talking about the character art right here, that would be the same person that did the background art. And he's no longer, you know, a part of the studio. But you know, we're currently hiring somebody to imitate this style. And actually, I hired somebody and then they quit the next day already. But for the background art, I have hired a new person there, and we're doing 3D backgrounds. And this is the 3D, our new 3D artist right here. He had done this right here as a prototype, a sample for us. So I hope that answers your question. But the character art slash this old background art, which was built off of a 3D model as well, was done by our art cider. All right, see you later, Mike. We're probably going to be ending here soon anyway because we're at almost at the 2-hour mark. But we'll go a little bit longer. So I'm liking the way this goes. Is that enough space? Probably not. But thanks. Like, basically, so if you take away, if you come over to this card image and you take away the character and you take away the background, I did all this that you see here. Hey, it's something slash ferret slash overconfident force. Who may be overusing force. How you doing? And it's the first time you've caught it live in a long time. No, technically ever, because you got the other streams over on Twitch, but never the dev streams. But technically, you call it deving, not necessarily dev streams, but you call it deving streams over there, I think. Anyway, pretty sure you did. So, and of course I did the card back, all of this, only things I didn't do is the characters and this one background that's repeated everywhere in here art-wise. I can't turn it all off, but I can turn the background off. Except for the background in here. If you exclude everything in these windows here, I made everything that's here. Speaking of which, I need to update these. Because we have new icons that I made 2 streams ago. Let's see here. Where are they? Here. So what I need to do is we're not using that icon, and we need to get rid of these. Well, before I get rid of those, let's move these new ones over on top. They're positioned right. I think that's right there. Yeah, looks right. Okay. So now we can make these vanish. And we'll grab a box here. And I need to be on the right dang layer. And we'll get rid of all of this. If we can do that. There we go. And then we put our new icons up there. Let's save this as the second version, so in case something happens. Demo. Oops. That was supposed to be a PNG. There we go. Okay, so then we can copy this and we'll paste that in here on that layer. Yep. So let's go to this layer, paste, and we'll put our new icons in here. I can zoom in here properly. New versus old icons. New icons down here, old ones up there. Make a pretty big difference there in aesthetics. So let's come over here and replace these top ones. There we go. Alright. There's still lots of old stuff on here. Like, I think that's old. I know those are old. You can tell by the font. This is definitely old. Rub the crust up your eyes. So the question is, are we happy with this? Does this have... I feel like this does not have enough room for text in it. But I'm afraid to make it any wider. It definitely can't be any wider than the card, which is 300. Which just is 277. I was not thinking it was going to be that close. Maybe we can make it 300 wide, or 23 wide, 23 wider, and equalize it to the card. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Let's confirm that this is 300 now. Yep. That is a good bit wider though, which is good. I'll bring that over. Take a look at it. And the question is, what do you guys think about this? Now, let's get it off of that zoom. Let's get to a proper zoom. If you full screen your video, this should be the same size it will be in game, in theory. It's planned to be the same size. Let's put it that way. Does it feel like this just kind of slides out from that other? Because that's kind of the goal. Or flips out. Slides or flips. A part of the card. Let's put it that way. I'm pretty sure the sliding is not going to physically work. Because I believe this here is higher than that, yeah. By a few pixels. If you literally slid it, you would see it out the corner here. That doesn't mean we can't put in a little bit of magic in there. I don't know how we're planning on animating it, whatnot, but we can definitely make it where it doesn't look stupid when we animate it. Does it feel like it's a proper like continuation of the card in a different, you know, context there, an info pane that is, you know, slides or comes out of the card kind of thing? Does it feel good as that? I would like to put more shape in here. Issue is this needs to be adjustable. Which maybe we could do that anyway. But it's going to be hard. if possible. Anyway, I think anyway, I'll have to wait till we get a new programmer because I gotta hire a new programmer, which I will probably do. That I will probably be posting an ad for a new programmer pretty soon, as well as a new character artist that will need to mimic this style as closely as possible. I mean, if you want to, I can show you the people who applied for the job and almost got it, almost became our artist and didn't. We had this artist here. We had this artist here, and we had this artist here, which is the one we ended up hiring and then quit on us right after we hired her. But we'll have to restart that hiring process and try to find somebody else. Yeah. The problem, I get what you're saying, and that is an issue. The reason why it's out of place is not necessarily because there's no more on the card, because there's no more anywhere on here. Well, there technically is some on the card. Because this color right here is part of the font. This color on the font is this right here. And this color on the font is this right here. So technically all the font will tie into this. As it is now. Sadly, she didn't work out. But what I could do is implement, what I need to do rather, is implement, do a new chat right over here. And implement this style into it, into the UI. Since we're talking about that, let's do that now. Because I think that would be a good implementation. Okay, so how do we want to do this? Let's grab this. Bring that over here. Actually, before I do that, let's put it on a new layer. New chat. Come on. There we go. So we bring this over about like that. We'll grab these 2 bits right here. Copy. Paste that in. I can grab it. Dang it. I have to copy from the right layers. That would be helpful. Would be helpful. Copy. Paste. Now we have it. Put that right about there. Now then, if we take this now and we, no, like this, and then we pull this over, like that. What I'm going to do for now is go to this layer and we'll cut that, and then we'll come over here, we'll paste this in like that. That is not what I thought it was going to be. Okay, let's just see. Ah, yes, it'd be that. Okay, so is that, that's not on that layer, that's on that layer. So let's got that. Come on. Up, come on. Okay. Let's paste this in and we'll go old chat. There. We'll turn on the new chat and we'll move this up. Okay, this is font. I think I might have killed our other thing. Oops. Oh well. So put the old chat on top of the new chat on top of the old, or the other way around. So what we can do now is let's make that go away. So what we'll do is we'll come over here and grab this color here and fun. Move. There we go. That did not work. Give me this color. You would. Are you not letting me draw? Okay, program. There we go. Okay, let's bring this across about here. Bring that across. Bring that across, preferably like that. This needs to go down by 1 pixel. There we go. By the way, something slash, ferret slash overconfident force. Does it feel out of place now? That's something I want to check into. It still feels out of place, but less out of place? Out of place, but less out of place? Would you say that? And it's the same. Alright. Actually, what I'll do here is make this our tabs up here at the top. So maybe if our tabs are maybe right in there. Maybe a little higher. And then, does anybody else have any ideas, feedback, any kind of thing on that? When you do, I have that. What I can then do is take this, copy paste, maybe here-ish. Sure, yeah. Let's see here. What I'll do is copy this. Now, that, and then I'll copy this again. And there. So then now, this needs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pixels with the movement in here. So what I'll do, yeah, I'll select it right. There we go. Is move this over by 4. I think that was 4. And then we'll move this over like that. So then now we grab this color and we'll bring that over, bring this down, that up. Box H2X, I have no idea what that is. Is that a game? The original game concept of this was based off of Triple Triad, which is a mini game inside of Final Fantasy VIII. And then a lot of inspiration has been taken from like Magic the Gathering and such. Well, I mean, it's definitely, this is sci-fi to its core. It's a sci-fi, you know, grid-based card game. Tactical grid-based card game, which I mean that you know, sci-fi covers the 5 deck types, which we have the sci-fi military, which I got to come up with a better name on it. Think about enforcers. We've got the aliens, we've got the time travel, we've got the cyberpunk, and we've got the I missed something. Let's come over here and go down the list. We have aliens right there. Sci-fi military, cyberpunk, time travel, and machines. That's the one I was missing earlier. Machines. Can't forget about the machines. Especially since that's the only one we're really lacking characters for right now. We have most of the other characters done, or close to done. Not liking that angle. At the moment, it's planned to be 150. Although that may change. But if it does, the only part that's up for possible change is the event cards, which are 50 of the 150. And I'm debating several things on them right now. There's going to be 100 unit cards, which would be the character cards. At least I think it's 100. It's 100-ish, if not 100 exactly. I think it is 100 exactly, though. Here, I can look at my spreadsheet real quick and see. No, it is not 100 exactly. It is 96, I think. That doesn't make any sense. Should be 90. Oh, it's 95. 95. 95 characters, unit cards, and then 55 of the other. I can even show you guys my spreadsheet if you guys want to see it. This is stuff I normally don't show up on stream because it's kind of boring to look at. So like here's your cyberpunk cards right here. And then here's your military units. And then here's your time travel units right there. And then right there. That's the most important character in the entire set right there. April M. Phoenix, aka Amp. She's gonna be badass. And then here's your aliens from here to here, unit wise. And then here's your machines from here to here. Now then everything else down here, you can see that there's a lot of holes in here. That's your event cards, which is 55 of the cards. You know, which, you know, we might need to do something a little bit different with these, because we might end up, you know, technically getting sort of more cards at the same time of less cards. Or maybe more and more. I don't know. You know, development is tricky like that. But, you know, right now, it's set to 150. The simple answer. Question is, will it stay that way? I don't know. Yeah. And I definitely liked it better. And also, the reason why I did that was because everybody's getting confused with the machines with the settings icon. And then we don't have any settings icon like that. But, like, you know, people are getting, you know, like, is that settings? No, that's the machines. Machines are made out of gears. The settings icons are made out of gears, too. But then on time travel, you know, the after I did this one, then the problem is all the other icons didn't match because this was detailed and the others weren't. So it's like I gotta make new detailed icons. So, you know, we created the hourglass for time travelers to a flux capacitor. And we changed that weird icon for the time travel to, for Cyberpunk into this weird icon. The Cyberpunk military got a little bit wider, got changed a little bit of details in it and such. And the aliens got a change in color as well as a slight change in size and whatnot, dimensions. Not really noticeable, but you know, it was a good bit of work to make that not noticeable happen, kind of thing. All right, see you later, something. Thanks for hanging out. And we're probably going to end here. Probably. Wow, we've already gone 30 minutes over our normal time. Yeah, that is true too. Let's add a little bit of shape to this. Is that the right amount of thickness? Is the question. Is that 4? Yep, it is. So let me just grab this and copy and paste it over here. And do I want to do it over here, or do I want to have that run off? Might be better running off. Yeah, I kind of like it better when it's running off. Let's see here. That's 76. That's 78. And that's 73. How did I get these wildly different sizes? 73. 78. So there's 5. And this is 76. So this one definitely needs to pick up some of this room over here. Like maybe that. And then we'll bring that over. Let's check the measurements again now. Okay, that's 76. This is 75. And that's 76. And this is the one that's 75, right? Yeah. So what I'm going to do is take this entire thing and we'll make a fallout 76. So if anybody wants to blame the chat for being crap, we know why. Because 76 right there built into it. And we'll get fallout for that. Now let's zoom out here and get a overall view here better. That's taking forever to save. I really want the new card backs in here because the new card back looks so much better. Let me show the new card back. This is a new card back right here. And actually I need a demo version of this. Let me just go ahead and save one. Demo, PNG, save. Yep. And see, the reason why I can't put this in here is because in Engine we're scaling this down. So when I put it in here, it doesn't fit. A little bit bigger. Just a tad. I could, of course, distort it by doing like this and make it the right size, kind of thing. but then it doesn't look nowhere near as good. And also it's taller. I forgot about that. So it actually gets scaled down even smaller. Like that. Which, sadly, that doesn't look very good. Done the scaling through the art program. But I tell you what does look good. And that would be when you put the card in engine. And what the card looks like in engine is this. That's what the card looks like in engine. The card back and everything. Of course, this is not done. As you can see, like, these 4 stat areas are not colored right now because they're going to be glowing too. And as you can see, there's no font on the card at all. Well, besides this proxy font right here. And also there's no stats or anything on it. But yeah. Thanks, Antoine. I look at that from time to time and I'm like, dang. Oh, and we have this here in engine here, the hand. Of course, you know, it's got a curved hand here in engine. You know, it's hard to do that in the art mock-ups and whatnot. But yeah, what you see now, it's only going to be better once it gets in engine. Once we get everything in engine. And the issue is we've been having a lot of problems with getting stuff in engine because we've had problems getting programmers. Here's a question though. I really want to make this chat bigger because, I mean, if people are active in here, this thing's going to fly by and you're not going to see anything. Even if it is segmented in a way that will make it go slower, kind of thing. What if we move both people's discard piles up higher? Like, if we moved... I left part of it. If we moved... both discard piles up maybe to here, and then maybe move this one farther up like that. Does that now become confusing? I kind of think it will. I think when it's down here, it doesn't. What do you guys think? With the way those discard piles are positioned. And technically, the discard piles could be smaller. And probably need to be smaller. Let me just shrink them up a little bit. They don't need to be that prominent. And that gets us a little bit of room here to move these up. Move this chat up. Maybe right in there. And then we can grab this and pull this down like that. We have this big unused space right here though. Oh. Profile image. Right there. For the opponent. And then probably smaller one down here for you. Or should they be the same size? When you think about profile pictures, would you rather see yours more prominently? Would you rather show it off to yourself or to your opponent more? Which would you prefer? But the thing is if we're using this space down here, then it would make sense that we use this space up here and not up here. Unless we put both people's profiles right here. I don't know. Thoughts, opinions? Because there's a lot of unused space here. The opponents should be bigger. Yeah. I need to think on that. Because that is something we need to do. Because, like, originally we weren't even going to have profiles in here, but it's something I've recently, you know, wanted to add because we need more things to sell. And selling profile pictures, images, is something that would definitely behoove us because it would be cheap for us to make because we've already got the characters kind of thing. We just need to make it, you know, make them worth buying. And, you know, we've done that on the card backs. At least I think we have. Made them worth buying instead of your normal cosmetics. And by the way, this game, for those who do not know, this game is free to play, but it's not your normal free to play. It's very, very different because in your normal free to play, you know, they paywall stuff off. You know, there's like, you know, there's the it's just cosmetics excuse kind of thing, which is just an excuse to rob you blind because it's just cosmetics is like the most abusive of the model kind of thing. And I've designed it to be a consumer friendly model in such that everything in the game can be had for free. Now, can everything be had for free at the same time? Absolutely not. Because, you know, we're going to be producing more content than what you could buy with that. And we'll be balancing it in such a way. But everything that you buy in the game can be bought with the same free currency. You're like, well, how do you make money on this then? Well, you know, we sell more of the free currency kind of thing. There's no paid currency, but you can directly pay for some stuff with cash, you know. with cash of whatever currency you have, you know. And there's a few things that you can only get that way. And those few things are not paywalled. They're just, they're bulk, you know. You can still get the same things for, you know, for free or with the paid currency. You just can't get them in, or the free currency. You just can't get them, you know, in bulk. You know, like a box of boosters kind of thing. That's a paid only transaction. You can still get a, you know, regular booster for free, or with the, you know, free currency, you know, free slash paid currency, because it's the same currency kind of thing. But you know, there's no paywalls. It's designed to be as, you know, consumer friendly as possible while still hopefully making money kind of thing. But yeah, it's brand new model. Hopefully it's successful, I guess you'd say. Successful as in both, you know, consumers like it and it makes money. Because need money to continue making games, and need definitely want consumers to like it. Uh, but I think these can be moved over maybe about here. But now we have all this blank space here. You know what? When they're in gameplay mode, they don't need this much text. When they're in the gameplay mode, and only when they're in the gameplay mode, the only thing they need is one for their opponent, one for any kind of private message or guild, whatever they want to select. And then we need one thing that allows them to select that, to configure that. So it doesn't need to be this wide. So what we can do is grab that, and I need to be on the right layer to grab it, preferably. And we'll move this in. Like that. And then this is not enough total space. So what we'll do is, what will we do? That's a good question. We need a configure thing. So maybe if we do something like this, copy paste, and come out a little bit farther, maybe about like that. I don't know, I don't want to go out that far. Actually, what we need to do is probably come in about here. And then this window does not, these do not need to be as big as they are. So these can come in a bit. Okay, what is this one measuring at? We don't need no Fallout 76 in our game. Uh, 67. Maybe turn that into 60. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that is now 60. And then we'll copy this, paste it in. Right about there. Okay, and what I'll do is I'll copy this part right here. Oh no, not there. Copy to right about there. Copy paste. And we'll move this over here. Ah, I can't see, but that copy. Let me try doing this again, but better. Like that. Copy, paste. There we go. This area is too big. And I think, so let's move them all over by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we'll gain 5 over here on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So then we now grab this and we bring this out. We bring this over like that. And I think that works much better. Although this one feels a bit odd. So maybe we should give it a little bit different design. Make it feel like it's odd on purpose. You know what I mean? Rather than odd on accident. So maybe what we'll do is we'll go 8 by 8 right here and delete that. And then we'll come over here. Bring that up. Because there's a difference between things looking odd on purpose and things looking odd on accident. Okay. Not feeling that. Let's see here. What if I take all of this and I move it down like that? Better, I think. But we're running out of usability space. So, what if I were to grab this, move this up a little bit, maybe this, and then we come over here, grab this and pull this up. And then we'll go over here, grab this, and pull this over about there. Okay, how does that feel? That's better. Still don't know if I like that. Do I have any opinions? Ideas, suggestions? Jokes? Memes? Anything from chat? Well, on this screen in particular, one tab is going to be your opponent. One tab will be whatever you set it to, you know, whether it's a private message to this person or your guild chat or whatever. And the other tab will be to configure this tab. Basically, it'll be a settings, essentially. You guys are thinking I'm not. What I'm going to do is, now that I've created all this space over here, what I'm going to do is use up that space. I'm moving the grid over a bit. This unit over a bit to fit on that grid. Yep. Most likely, there will be something there. Let's put it that way. Icons or words or something. Or maybe both. Bring that over. And so what I'll probably do is grab about here-ish. Bring all this over to about here. Maybe I don't want to bring it all over. What? Where's that on? This one. So we'll bring the old logo over this way. Oh, excuse me. Come back over here and we'll move this over here. Move this over here. Make sure it is down there's a bit too much space. Maybe this seems to all move that way a little bit. Move that all over a little bit. Move this over a little bit like that. That over a bit like that. Now things have more breathing room in here. Although now we have a big blank space here, a blank space here, and one over here too. Getting a few ideas. Still thinking on it though. We're technically an hour over our long stream time because usually we only stream for 1 to 2 hours kind of thing, and we're 3 minutes away from hitting 3 hours kind of thing. But we've got a lot done, even though that we only had 2 things on our list kind of thing. I feel like we made a lot of progress despite only getting 2 things done technically off the list. But we're going to go ahead and end things here. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, you know, ring the bell if you want to know when the live streams are live so you can actually chat with me and whatnot, and your name can appear in the chat over in this area kind of thing. How many hours do I spend on the project? A week? That's a hard question. Basically, I would say probably around, if we were going with an average kind of thing and not like, you know, the swinging of the times, probably around 45, probably around 45 hours. You know, of course, not all of that's done, you know, working on UI art, because, you know, most of it's not. Most of, you know, a lot of times I do UI art on stream because that's the more interesting stuff to watch. So I try to leave most of the UI art for the streams, where I do game design and, you know, the writing of the story and all that stuff off stream. I do, you know, team management, of course, off stream. You know, I do, you know, all the hiring and of people and whatnot. And that process, you know, has, you know, been like almost a 24/7 job for the last like 3 weeks kind of thing. Like this, usually, you know, the last 3 weeks, the only time that I have not been working on hiring people, you know, whether it's, you know, responding to their questions, asking them questions, whatnot, over the, tons of applicants on both the character artist and the background artist, which now I've got to go out and hire a programmer and a character artist again. But yeah, I mean, that's sucked up pretty much, 50, 60, 70 hours a week for the last 3 weeks kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, like, it varies kind of thing, but I would say on average about 45 hours a week kind of thing. And it would depend, because, like, what do I have to do? What's on my task list kind of thing? What, you know, because there's a lot of things I can't do until other people do other things. You know what I mean? Like, I can't fully write out this. I got the, overall compass of the story done right now. But, like, that's, mostly overhead view of the world and all that other stuff. You know what I mean? And, kind of general events that are going to happen during the story. But, like, I can't fully write out the story until I've fully written out all the characters, which, I can't fully write out all the characters until the art is fully done, because the art will change that writing kind of thing. So it's better if we wait until all the characters are 100% done before then. So, got to get them done before we can do that. And of course, the story really needs to be done before we get the music done. So, the musician's waiting on me for that, which we have somebody really big for our musician. Although, or when sound designer rather, not musician. When I say sound designer, I mean he's a musician and a, sound effects guy. Although, it's questionable to how much he can actually commit to the project at the moment, sadly. But he's actually a pretty big name, the biggest name in our studio. And I don't know if I want to name him exactly, but, he worked on Bloodstain. He's one of the people who worked on Bloodstain, which the music and sound effects in Bloodstain is amazing. And yeah, he did a lot of that. And, but, he's on the project, and, but we are a very small team. At the moment, if you don't count the programmer I need to hire and the character artist I need a programmer, and you don't count the people who are not currently working for us, like the old character artists kind of thing, if you don't count them, currently the team is 3 people kind of thing, which is me, the environmental artist, and the musician. But, need to hire a new character artist and a new programmer. But basically, if it's not character art, and it's not background, and it's not programming, code, and it's not music / sound effects, if it's not one of those things, I did it. Basically. Did all the UI art, the font, the custom font, rather. Not the uncustom font. I didn't do that font. I did these fonts. What you see those fonts? All of the fonts that are on the card. Did the icons and all the UI. Done the game design for it. Done the, writing. The, going to be doing the marketing, the community management, the, doing a lot of things, doing most of the things that people don't think about, basically. People always think about, oh, you've got the code, you got the art, and you got the music. That's all there is to a game. And if that's the case, then I do literally nothing. But it's not, and I do a lot. People forget about marketing. People forget about UI art. People forget about writing. People forget about game design. which is the most important part, in my opinion. People forget about all these parts. They just think about the physical parts that don't get ignored, and yeah, because UI gets ignored. Oh yeah, and UX gets ignored too, because most developers are like, "What's UX design?" you know, does my UI art need to look good? Yeah, you know. But anyway, yeah, I put a lot into it, in in terms of some people that would make me a solo developer, and others definitely not. I would not consider myself a solo developer, because I mean, like, technically the team members that I'm referring to are all outsourced kind of thing. So like, everything in house is me at the moment. If I'm not outsourcing somebody, it's just me. I made the entire game alone, outside of outsourcing, but I do a good bit of outsourcing, because I'm trying to make everything as good as possible in every area. A well-rounded game. But anyway, thank you everybody for watching. Subscribe, lick the smash button, all that kind of thing, and join the Discord. Links to that is down in the description. Feel free to ask me any questions over there. Talk about anything. See other stuff that you don't get to see here about the game. And also you get notifications for the streams over there, and whatnot. Thanks again for the stream. Building trust as a game studio. Yeah. I'm sure which one that one is, but I've done so many with him. But those streams are also available over here. We do the dual streams. Now we didn't used to, but we've done that for the last, I think, like 3 months, where it's been on his side and my side, but my side and his side look very, very different, yet the same. Let's see here, if you look at the channel, if I can pull it over here. If you look at the channel, look at the videos, like the Indie Inquiry that we did yesterday, it has that startup timer to it. And this is what it looks like in the main show. And like, if you look at one of our Safeway stream podcasts, this must be the one you're talking about, the player trust. Again, different countdown timer. And this, actually, I didn't even show you the full Indie Inquiry. I just showed you the beginning of it. The full inquiry looks like this kind of thing when you get over to it. And I've got to design a new UI for this, or a UI, since this isn't even technically a UI. This is just a cobbled together piece, which, is going to be, I gotta make one for Josh too. By the way, Josh's layout, I made that, as well as mine. I partly made the startup timer. Partly made it, partly didn't. I didn't make the graphics for it, but I made everything, I put things together. I put parts together. Don't give myself too much credit there. That was like I don't know, like 30, 40 minutes worth of work. But I'm really proud of that work for that startup time. Even though it was very little work. And most of it with other people's stuff that was, free to use, kind of thing. Anyway. We got those 2 shows a week here. We've got the dev stream here as well, Tuesday is supposed to be our game streams, although I need to refactor them. I don't know what exactly I'm going to do to them. but they're going to have to be refactored in some kind of way. Whether they are still game streams after that, I don't know. That refactoring. Or what kind of stream is going to go there. At the moment, I think they're still going to be game streams, but they're going to be me playing card games for those. You know, something to more connect to the consumers, you know, help build up the consumer side of, you know, people who follow the channel, basically. Anyway, thank you all for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. Until next time, I'll see you guys later. Until then, I'm out.